Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Bramble Fox and I'm using some of the new Halloween goodies that are new to the store. I have this little set of icons and then this set of words which are totally spooktacular, and these dies as well, so Fox dies number 4, and I'm using a cut file by Peartree Cut Files, which is the Haunted Mansion. Or Haunted House, I can't remember which one it's called, but anyway, so I am, I've already done a bit of prep work because I had 8 photos to put on this layout. These photos actually are not from Halloween, they are from Legoland, and the Haunted Mansion that is at Legoland, and the monster party that takes place inside. So I had 8 photos. I could have potentially done a double layout. Perhaps that was the route I should have gone down to get so many photos on one layout, but I decided to squeeze them all onto one. Not sure why, but yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. Oh, sorry about my head there. So what I'm doing is on that Haunted Mansion, I'm going to put one photo in the cloud at the top right, and then I'm going to put 2 photos behind the doors. One's a window and one's a door. So they've got cut file detail in them at the moment, those windows and doors. I'm going to cut those bits out like I did with this cloud. It was kind of 2 clouds, but I cut that bit out so I had a bigger aperture for my photo, and then I'm going to put my photos there. So that's 3 photos that are within the cut file, and the other ones are going to be sitting on top. So I had done a bit of prep work prior to turning on the camera today, just to figure out what on earth I was going to do with a giant cut file and 8 photos. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love Halloween. I think it's because I love pretty and pretty and lovely girly things most of the year, and then it comes to Halloween and I can go completely crazy and do a strange colour scheme. I can do black layouts and just basically have loads of fun. I'm not like a pagan worshipper or anything like that, but not that that's bad, I suppose, but I'm just, I have, no particular reason to love Halloween. I just think it's really good fun and the kids love it. So I know these are not Halloween photos, but I will soon have loads. I can't wait for Halloween. I'm really excited about it. So to see these Halloween goodies appearing in the Bramble Fox shop was fantastic for me. I was like, yay, love it, can't wait, and had to get started straight away, of course. Okay, so like I said, I have backed that top cloud with my photo. I'm just cutting around that so it's exactly the right shape. I'm backing the moon with some paper that's got bats all over it. The background paper I'm using is Pebbles. So this is Pebbles Spooky, and I went for this one because I don't have any. Because I've never used this one before. So the Crate Paper last year had one called Hey Pumpkin, which was amazing. I loved it so much. And they've re-released it this year, but I used it all last year, so I thought I'd go for something that I hadn't used before. So that's how I ended up with Spooky. So it's fun. I tell you what, the amount of ephemera you get in a Pebbles ephemera pack is off the scale, and I've got 2 because I got one icons and one was something else. I can't remember what now. But the amount of ephemera I have got now is absolutely unreal, so I'm going to run out of paper long before I run out of embellishments for this collection. Okay, so the other thing that I've done for this layout is I've used the Fox dies number 4. You can see them up on the top left. There's like a chicken wire one, and there is a barbed wire, and there's also a leaf, but I haven't used the leaves. I've just used the other 2 to get some kind of texture going on behind my layout. Now my layout is black, and I have a black cut file, and I wanted to introduce some colour, so I have mounted my photos on purple, and I've used the Fox dies with the purple cardstock as well. So I've used a mixture of dark purple and light purple so that I have a bit of contrast going on, or a bit of different tones basically going on. I'm now backing my clouds in silver. There's only a couple, and actually in the end I end up covering up the one on the right, which is a bit annoying. I'm also putting some silver behind the window there as well. So the one window that I didn't use to put a photo, and the reason I didn't use that was because it was a bit small, so I wasn't able to get a photo like somebody to fit nicely in that one. Okay, so I'm nearly done now. My layout in my cut file is ready to go down onto the background, and I just felt that these windows with the two photos in needed an outline of something, because they were just the edge of the cut file, which was slightly uneven because I'd cut the window details out, and I just felt that they needed a border of something. So I'm applying a thin line of wet glue, just using a fine tip glue applicator. I'm going to sprinkle loose silver glitter onto those, and that will give me a lovely border around the edge. And I also completely covered my photos in glitter because it kind of sticks to your photos. But once the outline was dry, I was able to brush off the glitter that was remaining on my actual photos. I actually managed to brush off some while it was still there, but I finished it off later when it was completely dry. Okay, so just adding in my photos, working out where everything's going to go. I say I had done some work to begin with, so I did know roughly where everything was going to go, but it's still quite a challenge to get 8 photos on one layout. There was quite a bit of moving things around and repositioning and rearranging as the layout progressed, especially as the photos got bigger because I mounted them, that kind of thing. Okay, so I am working with the fox cuts. I love the chicken wire one. It gives you a really lovely textured piece of cardstock to go behind your photos. This is kind of like a texture background stamp really, but it's actually cut out. These fox dies are really fine and really beautiful. I love them. They're really, really amazing. And I'm not into my metal dies that much. I tend to use my silhouette for most things. Yeah, I'm definitely converted, and I've added a few more metal dies to my collection since I've had these ones, just because they're fab and I need them. So yeah, so I've cut them, like I said earlier, I've cut them in purple and light purple, and I'm just using them as layers behind my photos. So I've cut them down as well so that I've got multiple pieces behind my photos. So I think I only cut out like 3 or 4 of the chicken wire ones, but I've cut them up into lots of little pieces so I can put quite a bit behind lots of my photos. So I've got a big bit at the top behind my cloud with my photo in, and then some over on the right hand side, some over on the left hand side, and I'm just going to keep poking all the bits in until they've been used up. Bottom right photo, I'm adding the barbed wire pieces across under the tombstone, but across the bottom of my photo, so I've got extra texture going on there. Adding another piece of barbed wire to the top right with a cloud, and some more to the left photo as well. So it just means that you can really build up the layers and have lots of fun with these really. So the chicken wire one I used behind my photos, and the barbed wire one I've used behind my photos and on top of my photos. So lots of good uses there. I wish I had used the leaves on my previous layout earlier this month, which was more of an autumnal layout, and I don't know why I didn't. I think I just forgot. Because this set of dies is really, really gorgeous, yeah, leaves currently unloved. I definitely need to use those too. Okay, so I've carried on mounting my photos. I've mounted the lower ones onto kind of orangey colours. Some of these bits are offcuts from previous Halloween collections. I don't normally keep previous collections. I normally clear out pretty regularly, but Halloween I always keep hold of because the colours remain current, don't they? Always. They're always the same kind of colours. So I keep all my offcuts and scraps because they might just come in handy to use for something. And rather than cut into a full 12 by 12 sheet to mount tiny photos, I thought I'd dig into my offcuts and see if I had anything in there that would work, which it does, definitely. So my 3 lower photos all been mounted onto scraps from really old collections, not even last year, I don't think, many years before. Okay, one of the Pebbles spooky papers has got cute houses all over it. I think that's the one with the bats on one side that I've mounted the backfilled the moon with, and I just cut those out, cut out the houses to use as embellishments, because we're in a haunted house, a haunted mansion, so I figured that little houses were good. Normally when I do Halloween layouts with houses, that's normally for trick-or-treating. Not sure if we'll be doing trick-or-treating this year. We shall see how the situation progresses. I can't imagine being able to go around and knock on people's doors and get sweets. I just can't see that happening. But anyway, we'll see. So I've got this cute little skeleton over in the top right above my middle right photo. He's really cool. He has a party hat on, and this was actually a monster party. That's what it was called, the ride. So I figured a skeleton with a party hat on was perfect. Okay, I'm now adding a title. I want to add the words Monster Party because that's what it was. I don't know what I'm writing there. I think I had something else in mind first, or maybe that was something else, a different layout. Anyway, yes, I've ended up with Monster Party. So Party is in the black thickers from last year's Hey Pumpkin, and Monster is from a small set of tile stickers that I've had for years and never used. So they came in handy there. Monster Party in the middle of my layout. And now I've added in my perspectives back in. I had them all arranged earlier, but then moved them all off to make the layout. So I have, from the word set, I have the Eek title. That's really cool. I love these, they're so cool. So the words have little etched stars in them, and like the word spooky has eyeballs, for example, so like in the OO. So they're really cute. I just love them. The orange is frosted, and then I'm adding in all of the other icons lower down. So I've got 2 poison bottles in like the teal colour. I've got the haunted house, which is in black. I've got another poison bottle in purple, frosted purple, and then I've added in the witch's shoes above my left middle photo, or left top photo, because it's of my little boy behind one of those screens, you know, that I've got a picture on the other side, so sticking his head through, and he has become a purple Lego witch. So perfect for witch shoes above that photo. So unfortunately you can't see them that well on this video because it's a little bit, it doesn't pick out the black so well, and any kind of shine means that you also can't see it that well. So hopefully you'll be able to see all the details in the close-up shot. There's certainly a lot going on this layout. This is an extremely busy layout for me. Normally my layouts would have a bit more order, but I say I was trying to get in 8 photos, so order had to kind of go out the window. Okay, added a ghost at the top left. He's really cool. He looks like he's floating around, flying towards the top of the mansion. I've added a bat at the top as well. And then just adding little other bits and pieces now to finish off. I can't get loads of ephemera on here because I've got so much going on already with all the photos, but I've added a little tiny pumpkin. I've added a a monster is coming over to the, oh yeah, it's in the bottom left corner, the little monster head. He's so cute. He's from the ephemera, and he's got, like, he's black and he's got horns, golden black horns and 3 eyes. He's great fun, and this was a monster party, so monsters went well on this layout, definitely. And then I'm adding another monster just there. He's a sticker, I think, from the sticker sheet, the Pebbles sticker sheet, so I'm just tucking him in there as well. I say I did want monsters on this layout because it was a monster party, and then I also found this banner, which was perfect as well because it was like ghosts and monsters and things. So So I put that on too. So anyway, this is the busiest layout I think I've ever done in my whole life. I'm just writing in some journaling at the bottom left with a white pen so that I can write it onto my black background. And just finishing off by distressing the edges. I didn't put in any thread this time, and I didn't put any sequins because, oh my goodness, I had to stop because there was just so much going on. Right, there you go. You can see the close-ups coming now. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed this layout for Bramble Fox using the 2 new Halloween sets. Go check them out. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. That was Nikki Rowland for Bramble Fox.